Alrighty, welcome to the third installment of the Blancos Podcast. Today I'm going over Real Madrid's 1-1 draw with Real Betis. Another day against Betis, another draw. I think we've now drawn against Real Betis 4 times, and I predicted this going into the game. I have a few things open up over here. Let's look at the head-to-head. Let's see. Head to head. Where can I find that on the website? So last time we played them, we tied 0-0. Before that, we won 2-1. We tied 0-0. Wait, these aren't even in order. The point I'm trying to make is we have drawn against this team too many times for my liking, and I'm pretty sure for all Madridistas' liking. It's incredibly frustrating when you're playing against a team that, I'm not going to lie, they are a decent team. They're a good team, but we're Real Madrid. We should be beating these guys every single time we play them. And it begs the question of, had we had a world-class striker, would we have won this game? I think so, but if you look at the stats, we only had 2 shots on target. So we may have had 63% possession compared to their 37, but we had 2 shots on goal. They had 6. Now, I don't want to be like a certain club's fan base and consider having possession a trophy and make that my entire personality and be like, oh my god, we got the moral victory. We had more possession than the other team. Oh my god, let's put a trophy up in the cabinet. No, I don't want to be that fan base. I'm a fan that cares about results. I want my team to win. I want us to do well. I want us to win trophies, even if we don't play well. Now, did we play poorly today? No, I don't think so, but we didn't make enough chances against a team like Real Betis. And yes, for those of you that watch La Liga consistently, those upper mid-table La Liga clubs, every single time they play against us, they park the bus. They just stay in their goal. Betis counterattack. They had a few instances, maybe 5, 10, 15 minutes of they were in control, they had the ball, they created opportunities. But anytime we're on the attack, oh my god, especially in the second half, they're just sitting back. Now that we know the rundown of the game, let's get into the talking points. Oh, also, I'd like to mention, as you could tell, there's a different backdrop today, different setup. I'm still in the basement, still in the same room, but we're moving a ton of stuff around, so I'm just working from the desk today. Now, talking point number 1, something that I'm sure shocked a lot of people, but shouldn't have, is Rodrygo on the left wing is, at this moment in time, the best winger in the world. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. I don't care. You just need to watch this guy. Now, he didn't contribute with a goal or assist today, but oh my god, he had their right back on ice skates. What was the right back's name? Ruibal. He fell probably 6 times. Now, the guy did score a banger. He got his team a point. I will not lie to you, but oh my god, I don't know if this guy can't defend. I don't know if he's not actually a defender. I'm pretty sure he's not actually a defender. I think he's covering for who their usual right back is. He got cooked repeatedly. Even the commentators had zero mercy for this guy. They just went after him the entire time. Rodrygo on the left is the best winger on the planet right now. Forget Mbappe. Forget Doku. Forget anyone that's coming to your mind. Rodrygo is the number 1 left winger on the planet right now. Oh my goodness. Took them on. He dribbled past 3 or 4 players on 5 different occasions. Now, does dribbling mean a goal? No. Does dribbling mean you won the game? No, because remember, us Madridistas, we are not a certain fan base. Wink, wink. We like goals. We like to win games. We like to celebrate titles, not possession. So, next talking point I've got for today. Bellingham is clear of every other midfielder on earth. Now, Barca fans, no disrespect. You guys are going to think I'm obsessed with you. I'm not. But please, it is genuine disrespect to compare Pedri to Bellingham. I'm sorry. Every single thing that Pedri does, Bellingham does. Those fancy La Croquetas, blah, 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 in the midfield. He goes past 1 or 2 players and then plays a through ball. Bellingham does that 12 times a game. I made a TikTok about this the other day. And a lot of people were salty in the comments, and I loved it. I was drinking the tears. But Pedri cannot do a single thing that even Dani Ceballos can't do. Dani Ceballos is silky on the ball, creates chances, dribbles, does everything that Pedri does. I don't understand the hype. Is he a fantastic player? Yes. I'm not saying he's a bad player. But it's illegal to say that this guy is the best midfielder in the world, Pedri. It's just not true. It should not be even a thought that anyone has. But hey, here we are. Next talking point I had. Now, these are in no particular order. I kind of write them down as I think about them throughout the game and just like post-game if I remember something. But it was very interesting to see Ceballos return to Betis. Now, I know I just praised Ceballos and I said that he can do a lot of fancy things. I don't think he had a great performance today, I'll be honest. He looked really shaky. He lost possession of the ball a few times. He did make a few chances, but wasn't the best performance we've seen from him. And maybe it was just because he was coming back to his old team. Maybe the atmosphere was a little too much. I'm not sure. I'm not Dani Ceballos. I can't tell you. But the performance, we needed more from him. He gave the ball away too many times against a motivated Betis side that wanted to counterattack us. That was their main game plan. And, like, we're chasing the game, or we're trying to win the game. It's 1-1, and we're over here trying fancy things and giving the ball away when Nico Paz is wide open on the right side or Rodrygo's open on the left side. There was an instance where he was dribbling back towards his own goal, probably took like 15 touches, and then as he passed it back, got fouled. I don't know 100% if it was a foul or not. It looked like a foul, but I'm not sure. I'd need to see a replay. But like they went on the counter. He passed it back. He gave the ball to Betis. They went on the counter. I don't know if we got bailed by the ref. I'm not sure. It looked like a foul to me. I'm not 100% sure. But Ceballos did not have the best of games today. Now, the next talking point I have down is we didn't create that many chances. Like I said earlier, we had 2 shots on goal. And I don't want to be possession FC, moral victory FC, FC keep the ball but don't do anything with it, FC 75% but not win the game, FC, oh my god, we created opportunities but didn't score. That's not who Real Madrid is. I'm sorry, that's a different fan base. And it begs the question of, had it not been for that ninja turtle named Mbappe, would we have signed a world-class forward like Harry Kane, who would have put away 9 out of the 10 opportunities that were put at his feet? Now, I know Bayern lost 5-1 today, before you guys start jumping and going crazy. But he also has 17 goals in like 12 Bundesliga games, I think. That's just what I remember reading. I don't know if that's 100% sure. So, were we potentially stopped from having the best team in the world? Now, I think that honor still goes to City, especially considering Rodrygo will be back and Kevin De Bruyne will be back and they'll fire on all cylinders again. But let's say hypothetically we did have Harry Kane. Or we did have Haaland, which I know that was never going to happen this season. Where would we be ranked in the rankings of best teams in the world? Would it be second, first, third, fifth? I truly think there's a shot that we can finish in first with a world-class forward. With this squad, even with all the injuries we have, because Real Madrid has squad depth like no other team except maybe Manchester City, we would be one of the best teams on earth, if not the best. And I truly think these kinds of games where we're playing against a team that's parking the bus, you put the ball in for a forward who's world class, that's going to finish most of his chances like a Haaland, like a Kane, like a Osimhen. Just a random shout out there. Who's to say we don't win these games? Who's to say all the low block teams that have had success against us in the past stop having success against us because we don't, or because we do have that in and out forward who you put a ball in the box, he's scoring it. We'll see. Who knows? The season's still young. We're almost at the halfway point. We'll see how the rest of the season plays out. Now, I've got 3 more talking points for today's video, and I keep looking at myself. I really got to stop doing that. I got to look here. So, on a negative note, and I know I feel like a lot of this has been negative, but on a negative note, Lucas Vasquez is the worst right back to ever play the game. I'm sorry. I get he's a passion merchant. He loves the team. He's always slapping the badge. He's not good enough. And we've been saying this since 2016. At least I have, and a lot of people that I know have been saying this since 2016. How does Lucas Vasquez play for Real Madrid? This guy is nowhere near the capability of playing for a club like Real Madrid. And I understand he's not a right back. But even when he was playing right winger, he wasn't that much better. He wasn't very good. It was dribble down the line, cross, but the thing is, he can't cross. He can't cross. When was the last time Lucas Vasquez got an assist? I'm not going to look it up because it might take too long. But I don't remember the last time Lucas Vasquez got an assist. And I'm sure he got one off here or there somewhere within the last, 3 years. But this is ridiculous. He can't even do a cutback properly. He can't cross the ball. Every time he crosses it, it's the nearest defender or he shanks it. And it begs the question that us Real Madrid fans and other Madrid-based podcasts and other Madrid fans have been discussing for ages now. Who is the right back Real Madrid desperately needs? We know Carvajal is injury prone. We knew he was going to get injured, and we knew that he had been playing so much, yet we decided to keep playing him in a game where he didn't need to be played. He got muscle fatigue, and now he's out. And he's out for the rest of the year. So, I'm going to leave it to you guys in the comments. For me, it's between Hakimi and Frimpong. And I know Frimpong is not established. I know he hasn't proven much. But he's flying. If he can finish the season in strong form, why not? Maybe if we get Xabi Alonso, we get 2 from Bayer Leverkusen, and we improve the squad. I don't know. But that's for another episode. Talking point that is next is Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz, I have been praising this man every single opportunity that I have had. And that assist that he gave today was so good. And I guarantee you, I'm not obsessed with Barcelona, I promise you. But if Pedri made that pass, ESPN, BR Football, all these social media pages that are talking about football would post it 65,000. Okay, I got a phone call, so my thing was interrupted. But I was talking about Brahim Diaz's assist to Jude Bellingham today. And I know it seems like I'm obsessed, I'm not. Had Pedri made that assist, every single social media page, ESPN, BR Football, whoever, would have posted so many clips of it. Ballon d'Or material, best in the world, goated, Iniesta regen, blah, blah, blah. He's not that guy. He's not that guy. Brahim Diaz is that guy. Brahim Diaz has been fire. He's played barely that much. He hasn't played that much at all. And I know Pedri hasn't either. He's been injured a lot, but he's contributing. He's helping his team win. So, you guys can argue in the comments. You can cry, be salty. I don't care. Brahim Diaz is a phenomenal player, and he needs to continue to play. Assisted the 1 goal today against a team that we always tie against. Now, my last talking point for today's episode is our good old friend Francisco Alarcón, otherwise known as Isco. Club legend, won 4 Champions Leagues with us. Yeah, 4 Champions Leagues with us. One of the silkiest players I've ever watched. 2016-17 Isco with noodle hair Ronaldo was different. Some of you might not remember that. I know it was only a few years ago, but hey, some of you might be younger or new to watching, but 16-17 Isco was different gravy. Arguably our player of the season besides Ronaldo. So much of the game went through him, and he made so many chances. He made Ronaldo's life easy. So it was really nice to see him again today. I think he's wasted playing on the left. I know he didn't play on the left the whole time, but Pellegrini had him on the left, and us Madrid fans know Isco is not a winger. I'm sorry. You got to play this guy in the middle of the park. He had a decent performance, a few moments with his teammates where he was fouling them or they were fouling him, complaining. Good banter, no hard feelings, no grudges. But it was really refreshing to see him, especially after the horror show that happened in Sevilla, where he was mistreated and it didn't go very well. And I know he almost went to Union Berlin and that fell through. So it's good to see that he's reviving his career at a club like Real Betis, who I know earlier I said we should be beating these guys every time, but they are a club I have immense respect for. They don't have any of the resources that Barca, Atletico, Real Madrid, or all those other big European clubs have, yet they compete every year for the last few years. They've drawn us a bunch. We haven't been able to beat them a few times. I think they finished in the Champions League places once or twice in the last few years, maybe. So credit to them, but it was really good to see Isco. So, short episode today. Game wasn't very eventful, so there wasn't too much to talk about, but I'm glad that there's some positives. Obviously, there's some negatives, but that's football, and that's to be expected. So, hopefully the next game is a little bit more entertaining. We can see a little bit more of the young stars playing against, I believe the next game is Union Berlin. Finish out the Champions League group stages, and we can have a much more entertaining episode next time around. Until next time, stay safe. See you guys. Hala Madrid.